They say a great smile is the ultimate confidence booster, but what if the secret to having a balanced, beautiful face goes beyond just straight teeth? Well, today, along with Laura Johnston, CEO of PHYTOCEUTICS and integrative nutrition health coach, and Dr. Zach, aesthetic dentist and founder of the Cosmetic and Dental Emporium, we will dive into the fascinating link between orthodontics and facial aesthetics and the role of key vitamins in shaping the perfect smile. Can I greet you with a smile? Hello, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you. If it's coming from you, Dr. Zach, then I know I'm doing something good, all right? Doc, maybe I could start with you for this first little bit, because I believe you have quite a love for beauty and also for balancing the face, right? So tell me a little bit more about how aesthetics and orthodontics come together.
Well, they actually come in hand to hand. So you can't do the one without the other. The bony formation of the face forms the foundation of beauty. So if you really think about it, if we look at the side profile of any patient, the bone determines the beauty and the bony development, and that happens from birth. So, for example, if you look at someone's side profile, you want the anterior two front teeth to be in relation to the anterior nasal crest. That tells you that this is a very well-established bony formation. That gives good support to the lips, and that gives you a nice profile in terms of the cheekbones. And when you then go further and you put everything into harmony and into balance, we talk about the golden ratio of facial aesthetics. Then you will see that someone will have a nice projection, the lips, the chin, and also someone that often looks like they've got a very big nose. It's often as a result of an underdeveloped upper jaw. And the development of the jaws are all based on the way that we are being exposed to nurture. So if you have the right nutrition, and also if there's no habits, for example, if you have someone that's thumb sucking or mouth breathing, that will all have an influence on the bony development of someone's face.
Well, I did want to touch on nutrition because I wanted to see if that actually played its hand in this. So I love that you've touched on that because there is something to be said about nutrition, especially the role that vitamin D3 and K2 plays when it comes to this and bone development in particular. So can you delve into that a bit more?
Absolutely. So we want to preserve the bone that we have in our face, and wherever we have bone in the body, we want it to have the right amount of calcium. So in order for us to absorb calcium through the gut, we need vitamin D3. And for the calcium to be taken from the blood to the bone, we need the transporter, which is vitamin K2. So in the correct relationship, we need both vitamin D3 and vitamin K2 to support our bones, our teeth. And not only for that reason, but if we keep our bones sustained, then we keep the soft tissue supported. So in other words, we age better, we feel better, and we look better.
Laura, I mean, we've had so many conversations now about specifically D3 and how it's also even changed my life over the past little while because, yes, it is helping support the rest of my body. So when it comes to supplementation, can we delve a bit more into that?
A large proportion of people are actually vitamin D3 deficient, and this is due to poor nutrition, age, darker skin tones, sunblock, sunglasses. All of these things inhibit your D3 synthesis. So, a good quality D3 supplement can certainly assist with this. For some reason in South Africa, the daily dose that's allowed is actually quite low at 1,000 IU, where internationally and doctors in South Africa actually prescribe 2,000 to 5,000 IU.
Wow.
So speak to your doctor about that.
So tell me a little bit more about the journey if somebody wants to come with you and be consulted. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you even look at people in the roads every day and go, I could help them out just a little bit. But what's the process in even starting? Do we go, we are lacking in supplements, we can see something's wrong, then we come to you? Or is it a change wants to be made, therefore we're coming to you?
So if you think about modern aesthetics and facial aesthetics, longevity is becoming crucial. So people don't just want to look better, they want to feel better about their well-being and their longevity. So when you do come to the practice and you come and visit, we obviously will do a consultation, we'll do x-rays. At this stage of the game, I don't really need to even look at an x-ray. I can see where the deficiency is. But it's super interesting because if you think about our modern lifestyles and our modern diets, we often lack vitamin D3, and that plays a role in the bony development of these patients. So often a patient will come in and they'll think they need a lip filler to project the face, but it's often as a result of the underdevelopment of the upper jaw, and that's where vitamin D3 and K2 also plays a role. I mean, there are other factors as well. But the idea for me is when a patient comes in is to fully diagnose them, to see where the deficiencies are, to fix the problem and not to focus on the symptom, because if we don't fix our patients' problems, their symptoms will become our problems.
Absolutely. And then the inverse effects of having a lack of this K2 and D3, I mean, what does that look like?
When you have a deficiency, it's often mood imbalances. You often have got autoimmune diseases, skin conditions. Like when someone is often sweaty and people think they have got hyperhidrosis, it's often a lack of vitamin D3.
Wow.
If you've got dull aches in the body, that's actually bone being taken out of the inside of the bone. That is a lack of vitamin D3. So it's super interesting to see that so many things can be solved by just supplementing with vitamin D. So there's 25,000 genes in the body. 10% of those genes are regulated by vitamin D3.
Jeez. Well, Laura, let's just end off with you. What are some of your suggestions for finding the right supplements?
So I think compliance is key. So find something you look forward to taking or that you'll remember to take. You know, we developed these PHYTOMIST D3 K2 sprays with the MK7, which is the important K2 to take, and then D3, not D2. They're more bioavailable and effective. These sprays, they taste delicious, they're sugar-free, and a lot of people actually look forward to taking them. So that's something. You can also titrate your dose, so you can take more in winter, less in summer, 10,000 units if you need to. And then just be consistent. So, you know, it's important to make sure that you have high enough amounts in your I guess, your tissues to enable all of these health benefits.
I absolutely love it. Thank you guys so much for all the wonderful information. I'm pretty sure that you're sitting there nodding excessively, because from shaping jawlines to boosting confidence, it is so clear that aesthetics and nutrition really do go hand in hand. And whether it's your smile or your supplements, I definitely think consistency is key, as Laura says. Keep smiling and stay healthy, all right? And for the right health supplements, all you have to do is visit PHYTOCEUTICS.com.
Optimize your gut health with PHYTOCEUTICS range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code EXPRESSO for 15% off at PHYTOCEUTICS.com.